The event of the day was definitely the Fed. As we know, we can look at a strong correlation between the Fed balance sheet and the performance of the stock market. So when the Fed speaks, we got to listen. And today, the Fed didn't do anything, didn't raise rates, didn't talk about asset purchases at all. Nothing new, except for the language and for the definitions. The Fed is seeming a lot more acknowledging of their inflation reality that they are now seeing, of the truth, it seems. And we have to now hold them accountable to these definitions. The chairman of the Fed, Powell, said prices may go up and then not come down. It previously had sounded like transitory meant up and then down. Now he's saying inflation is year after year after year after year, nonstop. Basically, he didn't use the term nonstop. Don't want to put words in his mouth, but essentially nonstop inflation. Now he's saying we might just have a price increase. I thought a price increase was inflation, but now we got the terms. We also got a lot more clarity on what substantial further progress is, maximum employment, although he didn't name what he defines as maximum employment. I had learned in economics class that was 5%. We're still a ways off of 5% when you factor in people who are no longer counted in the labor force participation rate. So there's some things going on there. At the end of the day, there is a ton of jobs open. We really got to wait for things to normalize and for economic benefits to phase out to see where the labor numbers end up. And is the rate continuing to progress? All those kinds of things. Now, COVID is beginning to look scary to some. The cases are rising quite substantially. Does that mean we're going to have another massive wave? Well, it's possible. If you look at the UK curve, they did see a wave close to their previous all-time high wave. However, they locked down as soon as they started seeing it. And then they removed the lockdown as cases rose and didn't do anything when cases got to new all-time highs. And then they eventually rolled over. We've seen a massive wave. And the market continued to churn through that wave. And the market didn't bottom when the wave topped. The market bottomed well before the wave topped. And the current trajectory of what's happening is no surprise to anyone. We've seen it happen before. We're not expecting it to end tomorrow. We're expecting it to continue to pick up. We understand how these parabolic things work. So we're probably going to see some continued exponential growth of the case curve. And that's just the reality of the situation right now. That's the Delta variant. It's spreading very fast, and it's infecting vaccinated people. But the thing with the vaccinated people is they don't go to the hospital. 97% of the hospitalizations are those who are unvaccinated. And that's why it sounds like politicians are using the term the pandemic of the unvaccinated. This is a pandemic for unvaccinated people. We have many viruses, many illnesses, the flu, that go around throughout the world and throughout our country regularly. But we don't lock down for every virus that's out there. We lock down for one that has a significantly high death rate. Now, it seems that the death rate truly isn't high for people who are unvaccinated. We can't lock down. That is a drastic measure. It's debatable whether it was even warranted and worthy of happening. So there's not going to be any lockdown as far as I'm concerned. Mask mandates, recommending it for vaccinated people. I don't know anybody who's now all of a sudden panicking to buy masks. It's a very different time. Yes, some companies like Google are not sending their workers back until October and mandating vaccines. But if we look at other tech companies, Twitter, a long time ago, said that everyone can work from home if they want, and it's not going to affect anything. So tech companies choosing to stay remote, I think, is the future, actually. I think you heard Spotify today, CEO says the company's going all remote. So I'm not too concerned about that. The banks saying everyone's got to get in. A lot of people are saying everyone's got to get in. Not really concerned. Get vaccinated if you're concerned. So that's just the way it is. White House is saying no economic damage. Banks are saying no economic damage because of Delta. No CEOs are saying they're seeing anything because of Delta. So I think I might have heard one or two travel ones say something, but we'll see. As I said before, the market doesn't bottom when the cases top, right? So it bottoms before the cases top in anticipation of what's going to happen. We've been through this before. I think the market knows what's going to happen. And look at energy stocks today, for example. They rallied strong after being down first thing in the morning. Maybe that was panic selling. Maybe that was just, I don't know, just random occurrences in the market. And then stayed strong and continued to rally through the Google announcement, through other stuff that was going on. And yeah, they cooled off towards the end of the day, but still in the green. That's stocks for you. So we'll see what happens. I hope that addresses some of the concerns people might be having today. And we'll see what happens over the next couple of days. We'll keep our eyes on things for sure. And hopefully nothing unexpected happens. And the market should and could continue to rally. So until next time, peace out.